There are a lot of people excited about Tanner McKee after his performance Thursday night at Foxborough. Let's dive into the tape. Let's talk about what we saw from McKee against the Patriots. So let's dive into it here. The Patriots come out with a middle field closed look. That means we've got one safety closing off the middle of the field. What that functionally tells us is that barring some sort of rotation, we have one-on-ones on the outside, whether it be cover one man, whether it be cover three zone. This guy is on an island versus vertical routes. And so what we're going to see here is we're going to see an in route from this outside receiver, and we're going to get the deep out route right here. And so we'll determine real quickly based on what this cornerback does if this is man or zone. And so we roll the tape here, and you're going to see McKee drop back. This turns out to be man. He's going with him. Ball's going to come out on this out route past the first down marker. Look, he's already in the process of letting this ball go. The receiver's not even out of his break. Puts it right on. I believe that's Ngata. No, that's not. Anyways, it's a great throw there to move the sticks on Tanner McKee's first drive in the game. See from the back view, the pocket's closing in around him. He stays poised, and he makes a good throw. Now let's get to another one here. This one looks a little muddy pre-snap. We don't have a clear two high safeties. We don't have a clear single high safety. This could potentially be cover zero because we see everybody packed into the line of scrimmage. But we've got a pretty good idea it's not. One, because of the position of our cornerbacks. They're playing with outside leverage. You wouldn't do that in cover zero. We're also going to see them start to backpedal before the snap of the ball. See at the top of the screen here. So we've got a pretty good idea that one of these safeties is going to drop back out, and this is going to be a middle field closed again. And so at the snap of the ball, we see that's what happens. We've confirmed this is going to be cover three, and he's going to throw a speed out here to the bottom of the screen because, again, this guy's one-on-one. He's got to respect the deep route. He turns his back, and the ball's already coming out. I mean, look at the timing he throws this with. It's a really good completion there. We'll watch it again from the back view here. Notice he's not done any favors by Darian Kennard, just totally lets this guy come. There's a runner in his face, and this is an impressive throw under those circumstances. Ball's out, takes a hit, probably would be a flag if it was a regular season game. Moves the sticks. Now we're going to get to another third down here. This time, they're not going to pick up this third down. And there's not really anything here. I think he does a good job of getting to his check down. I would just like to see it be a beat quicker. And so you can already tell, I mean, this is 3rd and 1, and there's nothing really there. We get jammed up here at the top of the screen. We get jammed up here in the slot. You've got a pretty good idea that you're not going to get anything. And again, it's 3rd and 1. We just need to get 1 yard. I'd probably like to see you get to your check down quicker here. I think he's slow on that check down. I think he's falling away from the throw, and you get stopped short of the sticks. I think Will Shipley should also get out on this route a little quicker. So if Shipley gets out a little quicker, if McKee gets it out quicker, if McKee slides away from this pressure instead of falling back, maybe he can get this ball out. There's a lot of little things here that turn into you being 6 inches short of the first down marker that you could probably clean up. But I do like the process of getting to the check down. Would just like to see it a little bit quicker. Now we come back, and again, we've got a middle field closed situation, a single high safety. What's that tell us? Again, it tells us we're one-on-one on the outside, barring some sort of rotation. Whether it's man, whether it's zone, we've got the opportunity, and this is going to be the back shoulder ball to Ngata at the bottom of the screen. Love this throw. Look how quickly that ball comes out. I mean, this ball is caught at the 46-yard line. Look at where McKee is letting this ball go. We're starting the throw right here at the 30. The ball's going to be caught at the 45, 46-yard line. Placement could be better. That's a pretty stinking good throw for a third-string quarterback to make with a wide receiver 8 in a preseason game. Drives that in there with a guy swiping at the ball. That's really impressive stuff from Tanner McKee. Now this time the Eagles are going to go empty. And we're middle field open, which means we've got 2 safeties split out. The middle of the field here is open. And they're going to run sort of a stick nod concept. So we've got the little stick, nod. think it's supposed to be a vertical route at the top of the screen. And then at the bottom, we've got a vertical route and then sort of a slot out. Now, when we have the single high safety, we know we're one-on-one here. When we've got the two high safeties, there's a lot of different things that we could be worried about. So McKee is going to throw this out-breaking route. But the problem is you do have to worry about this safety. Is he going to be in man coverage here? Is he going to fall out into a deep zone? Is he going to try to trap an out-breaking route? You're not really sure what to expect. I'm not sure if this is in McKee's head, but this is not a very good throw. He makes the out-breaking route throw. He's making it with good timing here. He's got all kinds of room to throw it into. But he's going to put this ball behind him. And there's not really a reason to do so. Now, if this guy just released the receiver and he's falling back here, you might throw this behind him to throw away from contact. However, that's not the case here. I think McKee just lets this one get away from him. Should be an easy completion. You can watch from the back view here. Again, you've got all kinds of time to throw this, but anytime that you're running an out-breaking route and you have to spin all the way around and make the catch with your back to the sideline, just not a very well-placed ball. Could it have been caught? Yes, it probably should have been caught, but McKee could make a better throw in that situation. Just misses the layup there. Now let's get to another one that I really like. This time it's going to be third down. And the Patriots are going to rotate coverage. Again, we've got two high safeties here. They're going to spin this into a single high look. And the snap's going to be low. And McKee's going to have to look down to field this snap. But he's still going to get through his progression here. He's going to hit Ngata on this curl route at the bottom of the screen. And again, on an island because of this rotation to a single high. So goes down and gets the snap. Ball's out. That's really good coverage. That's a really good throw. That's an even better catch by Ngata down at the bottom of the screen. So again, you can see from the back view, he's got to go down and get this snap, a little bit of a low snap, fields it cleanly, lines up and drills that outside the numbers. Really good throw, really good catch, move the chains. Okay, now let's get to a third down, and we've got middle of field open this time. And anytime you have a middle field open look against trips receivers or against an attached tight end, I'm automatically thinking seam ball. And we're going to see this seam route. And I would argue this seam route is open, and McKee doesn't really look at it. Now, I think I can explain why he doesn't look at it. I'm not really sure what's going on here. I think this is like a curl route. This route to this receiver gets totally messed up, but I think it's supposed to be a dig route, in which case maybe this is dagger. And the seam route was never in the progression. We're just trying to create the void to come back to the dagger route. But the dagger route gets pressed and is totally disrupted. And so we'll roll it here. You can see the press, all that contact. It looks like he's trying to break in late there. So that's what makes me think this is supposed to be dagger. But if you look at the seam route, I would like to see McKee drill this in here right now. You've got the safety looking out. You've got this route coming over the middle. And yeah, you've got a safety closing, but I think you could put this ball here and you could get the first down. But the way his feet are lined up, this isn't an option. He's looking out here. And again, I don't know if he wants this curl route. I don't know if this is dagger, but his footwork does not give him the opportunity to go to the seam route. And so he's going to get to the backside to the check down on the angle route. And so I thought he does a good job of getting through progressions here all the way to the backside, ultimately brought down just short of the sticks. And unfortunately, Tanner McKee cannot run the tush push. And so it would end up being a turnover on downs. But you can see the way he's lined up here. I don't know if this is because of the pressure and instead of sliding cleanly, he drops his front foot out, or if he's just trying to line up for that curl route or the dagger route. But regardless, he does a good job getting to the backside and making it close. It's halftime here on the channel. If you enjoy this sort of content, be sure you're subscribed to my YouTube page at ShaneHalfNFL. You can also follow me on Twitter at ShaneHalfNFL. I tweet out all 22 clips, do videos each and every week. You can also check out my weekly film review podcast with Johnny Page on the Shane page. It's a part of the Eagles Pin Pull Network. Please go subscribe to that too, wherever you stream your podcasts. After SB Nation shut down all of their podcast feed, this is a feed that I've launched along with Johnny to try to really build out Eagles content. So we've got 6 shows a week for you guys. I think there's a lot of things that you'll like. There's preview shows, there's recap shows, there's film shows, there's a draft show. Whether you are a football, film nerd, a football noob, or anything in between, we've got something for you. So go check it out. I think you'll like it. Now let's get back to the video. Now let's get into this one. I really like this play. The Eagles start out with a bunch, and a bunch is really hard to defend to begin with, but they're going to motion and come it back. They're just making the defense move. But one thing that it tells us, based on the way the defense is aligned, is that something's up here, because they are playing, I went just a little too far here and might have spoiled it, but they are playing 3 over 3. Bunches are tremendously difficult to defend, and you generally don't want to play bunches 3 over 3, but that's what the Patriots are doing. That, combined with the fact no safeties are deep, tells us this is probably a cover 0 blitz, and that is what it's going to be. The Eagles will keep the running back into block, so it becomes 6 on 6, and they do a good job picking this up. But you look at the bunch, and they're going to run a drag route, kind of a corner route, and then an out-breaking route. And this out-breaking route is what we're trying to get. It's going to be open here. As we roll the tape, I think McKee's just a little early on this throw. He's thrown with great anticipation, but the ball's starting to come out right now. He's got all kinds of space to make this throw outside the numbers. I mean, we're way in here. There's no help on the outside. I feel like if he holds on to this just a touch longer, this is a lot easier throw. He's got the protection, got a clean pocket here, all kinds of room, but he speeds up. And I don't know if it's just he's trying to throw this really fast. I don't know if it's the pressure, which was blocked up really well, but he airmails it a little bit, and it costs the Eagles a chance to get a first down. So it's another one of those easier throws that he missed. He's thrown some really good balls. He's missed a couple of easier ones, and that's definitely something to work on for him, just a little bit of that consistency. But let's get back to it here. On this next play, the Eagles are going to run an 8-man protection. So everybody's blocking. We're only sending 2 guys out on routes, and it's going to be sort of like a deep crossing route and a deep out route. And he's going to drive this deep out route because Tanner McKee loves to throw outside the numbers. Again, right now you know you're in good shape. Anytime you've got your back to the sideline like this, back to the quarterback, you've had to open up and run because, again, they're spinning this into a single high. You're on an island, and McKee's just going to drill this throw into the sideline. Ball's coming out. The corner has no chance to go make a play on this ball. Strong hands, catch point, moves the chains. Let's go. We get it here from the back view. One of the things I like is McKee does a good job of getting his feet lined up here. Solid platform, drives that outside the numbers. Really good pass. On this next one, the Eagles are going to dial up a 7-man protection. I'm not sure why they got so max protect happy on this drive. I don't particularly like it, but it's what they did. And so they're going to get a play fake here, and then the running back will release out. Everybody else is blocking. And then we have a dig route that's going to win against outside leverage. So we're sort of clearing this out. We're running the dig route. The dig route should never in a million years work, but it does here, partially because there's so much time to throw this. But you look right here, like inside leverage against a deep in breaking route. This should never, ever, ever work. But McKee has all day to throw because almost everyone is double teamed. He's able to find that void there. Should not work, but it does work. And McKee, nice job having patience there and waiting on the route to come open. And again, part of the reason it comes open is all of this protection. Look at this. We've got a double team, a double team, a double team, one guy on an island. Everybody wins. McKee has all day to throw, hangs in the pocket, and hits that deep route. Now, they would score the touchdown just a couple plays later. Here's the 2-point conversion play. This is Anais Smith. He's going to go in fly motion behind the formation and then just out to the flat. And you've got sort of a vertical push here to create a natural rub. This play is won before it even starts because the corner is late. I mean, look at the lead that Anais Smith has on the cornerback. We're right here, several yards in front. You got to get out there faster. You've got to push this coverage, and I think they might try to push it, but the outside cornerback at the top of the screen doesn't recognize it. That's just an easy pitch and catch for a 2-point conversion to win the game. You can see it from the back view here. I love this design from Kellen Moore. Something the Eagles have lost to a lot of times. It's nice to see them running it down in the red zone. And then this last play, this is the third down that should have iced the game. The Patriots are going to rotate to a middle of field close coverage, and we'll see that at the snap of the ball here. The corner turns and runs. This one's stepping down. This tells us right away we're in cover 3 zone. Cover 3 zone means that this cornerback at the bottom of the screen is in that deep route. We've got a flat defender, and Tanner McKee is going to try to throw this out route to the bottom of the screen, and this is going to be a really nice throw. He throws it with anticipation. Look, the ball's already coming out right now, and we're not even out of our break yet. He can't just drill it in here on a straight line. He's got to layer this ball over the slot defender. It's beautiful. Receiver doesn't get both feet down. That's a great throw. It's a tough catch. It's a catch that needs to be made, though. It could have iced the game here. You watch it from the back view, sets the feet, delivers that ball. Man, that's a pretty pass. So there you have it, a really exciting performance from Tanner McKee. The first half of this football game was dreadful to watch, but McKee made the second half interesting from an offensive standpoint. He ends the day 15 of 19 for 140 yards. He had that throw that should have been completed to end the game there. He leads a touchdown drive, gets the 2-point conversion. Tanner McKee absolutely should be climbing the Eagles' depth chart. He should be QB2 heading into the season. I would love to see him get some run with some of the better players early on in the third preseason game.